President Trump following through on yet another campaign promise, signing an executive order to build a version of Israel's Iron Dome right here in the U.S. to protect Americans from foreign threats.
To immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You see that with Israel. We're out of 319 rockets. They knocked down just about every one of them. So I think the United States is entitled to that, and everything will be made right here in the USA.
Jeremy Hunt is the Veterans on Duty chairman and a former Army intel captain. He joins me now. Jeremy, great to see you as always. Look, this is not a new idea. Ronald Reagan proposed this back when he was president. That was like 4 decades ago. You weren't even a gleam in your parents' eye. So why did it take Donald Trump in his first week, basically, to make this a reality?
Yeah, well, first off, I think it's refreshing to have a president that prioritizes American national security. I mean, and I think he's spot on with this executive order. Look, the threat is very high. A lot of the intel agencies for the last 4 years under Joe Biden have been sounding the alarm that we are at a significant threat level right now in the United States. We all saw how the Chinese Communist Party could just, fly a surveillance balloon all through American airspace without being deterred at all. These types of issues, I think it does raise a lot of alarms, and Americans are wondering at home, are we truly safe? And look, it's not even just in the airspace, too. I mean, the CCP, they're buying up farmland next to our military bases and strategic areas. They're trying to control our food supply lines. A lot of the kind of crop protection products that our farmers depend on are now reliant on China. So American food security is now at risk. I mean, the threat is great. So I think President Trump is right to think outside the box. I think how we can make sure that Americans at home are safe.
But let's be clear-minded about this. Israel's system targets short-range threats, and Israel is only the size of New Jersey, so it's not as much space to cover as the United States of America. We need to protect against long-range missiles from our enemies, potentially like North Korea, potentially China, and cover all 50 states. So explain how that would work.
Yeah, well, I think first and foremost, we have a defense industrial base in this country that has got to be fired back up. We have to make products here in the United States that focus on peace through strength, making sure that we are deterring our adversaries. And so we do that by building the type of weaponry and the type of protection systems that deter the threat, and also make sure that our enemies know that we aren't playing around, that we're able to respond if something were to happen. So you're exactly right. I mean, there's type of long-range weapon systems that we've got to make sure that we're protecting against. I think that, the executive order, things will get fleshed out as time goes on, but I think we're on the right track with making sure we're prioritizing our own American national security above all.
And again, we hope to never have to use this, but it's peace through strength. If the deterrent is there, right, it decreases the chance that somebody tests us. Finally, the president also signing executive orders eliminating DEI and gender radicalism in the military, as well as reinstating and paying service members who were discharged for not getting the COVID vaccine. This is the first time I get to say this. Here's new Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Listen.
There are more executive orders coming that we fully support on removing DEI inside the Pentagon, reinstating troops who were pushed out because of COVID mandates, Iron Dome for America. This is happening quickly. Our job is lethality and readiness and warfighting. We're going to hold people accountable.
Let's jump off where Hegseth left off. What will these executive orders do in terms of increasing recruitment and, in turn, our lethality for those that need to defend our homeland?
Well, look, I mean, every young person who's considering joining the military, they want to join the military because they want to kill bad guys, right? I mean, let's just be real. And so when we have a military that returns to lethality, you have a lot of young people that are saying, you know what, I feel like this is something I want to be a part of. I don't want to be, a part of something that I'm having to go to 11-week DEI training programs, and, have to sit through all this, awareness of DEI program types of training all day. They want to be in a place where they're actually learning their skill set and learning how to increase lethality on the battlefield. And so I'm so excited. It's amazing how many Fox interviews I've done with Secretary Hegseth, and we've talked about this issue. And now we're seeing Secretary Hegseth in a position to get it done with President Trump. And so it's an exciting time, and I think we're going to expect to see a lot of those numbers rise, these recruitment numbers rise in the coming months.
We think we can absolutely lock down schools so that dramatically reduce the case of anyone being on campus that doesn't belong on campus, and immediately alert, the second someone pulls out a gun, immediately alert, use AI cameras to immediately recognize that. But we keep everyone off campus that doesn't belong on campus. The police, another thing, body cameras, we completely redesigned body cameras. Our body cameras cost $70. Normal body camera costs, I don't know, $7,000. Our body cameras are simply lenses, two lenses attached to your vest, attached to the smartphone that you're wearing. And we actually take the video that the police officer is, by the way, and the camera's always on. You don't turn it on and off. And by the way you turn it on, you can't turn it on. I'm going to the bathroom. Oracle, I need 2 minutes to take a bathroom break, and we'll turn it off. The truth is, we don't really turn it off. What we do is we record it so no one can see it, but no one can get into that recording without a court order. So you get the privacy you requested, but a court order, if you get a court order, we will, judge, can order, I want to look at that, this so-called bathroom break. If there's something comes up, and plus I'm going to lunch with my friends. Oracle, I need an hour for privacy with lunch with my friends. God bless. We won't listen in unless there's a court order. But it's interesting. But we transmit the video back to headquarters. So headquarters and AI is constantly monitoring the video. Remember this terrible case in Memphis where the 5 police officers basically beat to death a citizen in Memphis? Well, that can't happen because it would be on TV at headquarters. Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. So if that altercation that occurred in Memphis, the chief of police would be immediately notified. It's not people that are looking at those cameras, it's AI that's looking at the camera. No, you can't do this. It would be like a shooting. That's gonna be an event that's immediately, an alarm is gonna go off, it's gonna be, and we're gonna have supervision. In other words, every police officer is gonna be supervised at all times. And the supervision will, and if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing, we have drones. If there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop, a drone goes out there, get there way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple. And the new generation of autonomous drones. Spotting forest fires. A drone spots the forest fire, and the drone then drops down and looks around to see if there's a human being near that heat plume, and someone else either had an unattended campfire that caught fire, or it's arson. We can detect all of that. It's all done autonomously with AI. All of these are AI applications. And so you think about the application business.
Lance and Whitefeather kept motion activated Arlo cameras